Sorry, gang. So yeah, we're back at it again. We left off at a real interesting place yesterday in our 7-hour fucking stream, which is about as long as a goddamn work shift. Um, I'm gonna try to cut it a little bit short tonight because I got to get to bed early because I get my daughter tomorrow, and I really value my time with her, and I don't want to spend it like halfway awake like a friggin' zombie. So, without further ado, let's get in there. It would probably help if I had my controller set up already, huh? Yes, I play Skyrim on the PC with the controller. I don't know, it just feels more comfortable to me. Although when I was younger, back when Grand Theft Auto 4 was like the latest and greatest Grand Theft Auto game, I played it on the controller for a while, and then I got it on the PC, and I played it on the PC, and I adapted the controls pretty well. And I gotta say, it's like night and day. Mouse and keyboard aiming versus controller aiming. A lot of missions that I really struggled with were like trivial at best when I was using mouse aiming. Especially at one mission where you got to kill those two guys on freaking motorcycles. Like it took me a fraction of the time to kill them. Alright, so anyway, where we last left off, we got to kill Serana, or no, we don't have to kill Serana. We got to take Serana back home and figure out what the fuck's going on. Sean's so dumb. I love it. And I like how the dude's like, oh, if you're constantly trashing its show, then you're obviously a troll. Like, what? It's illegal to have an unpopular opinion about something? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. America is home of the free, motherfucker. So if you can't handle a little criticism on your friggin' show that you're fanboying over, then eat a dick. Sorry, that's just something I feel very strongly about. Like, there's some shit that I fanboy over and I geek out over that, people have not good opinions about it, and, it's alright. That's your right. If you don't like something that I like, that's your right. Haha, take that, Yogi. But anyway, yeah, that's your right. If you don't like the things that I like and you talk shit about them, that's all well and good. Just like if you like a show that I think is complete freaking garbage, like I expect you to respect my right to think and say that it's complete fucking garbage. Doctor Who is a prime example of that. I think that show is freaking retarded. Like, it's literally about some dude that acts all mysterious and shit and gives very vague answers about, questions and whatnot, and sticks his sonic screwdriver in everything and then saves the day. Like, that's pretty much really it. Like this girl that I was dating for a while, like, she was obsessed with that show. Like, that show has like a cult following. It's so friggin' popular. And she tried to get me into it. I watched the first couple of episodes of the first season, and here, let me paint a picture for you, alright? I gave this show the good old college try. I gave it a shot. I went in there with an open mind, thinking, okay, it has such a huge fan base and such a cult following. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's good. Like, let's find out. And the first couple of episodes, it's literally the same fucking thing every time. Like, you got Doctor Who, like, he just shows up out of fucking nowhere. You know, like, things are, you know, strange. Hang on. Time for a rematch, motherfucker. And that's how that goes. Yeah, Frost Trolls were a really big deal at one point. Now I just fucking slice them up like they're friggin' paper. But anyway, so yeah, it's about this small town, I guess, and you know, strange things are starting to happen. And then this mysterious Doctor Who just shows up, and I guess there's a female protagonist somewhere in that mess, and she's, you know, he's like being all mysterious and shit, and you know, trying to be the hero. And she's asking him all these questions, and he's answering them with even more questions or very vague answers, like he's trying to be all mysterious and shit. And he's going around sticking a sonic screwdriver and everything, which somehow saves the day. Like, get the fuck out of here. And I'm not even talking about, like, that being the first episode. No, that was, like, three, you know, episodes. That was, like, the next 3 episodes after that first episode. You know, everything seems fine. Then something weird starts going on, or something not right is going on. He sticks his sonic screwdriver into a wall or to a keyhole or a panel or something, and then boom, he saves the fucking day. Like, that's like kindergarten level writing right there. Like, that's amateurish, in my opinion. Like, there's no... It's garbage. That's pretty much my opinion on that. I mean, there are people that will probably argue that point into the fucking ground and make me look like an asshole. I don't know. You know, their experience with it is obviously a lot better than mine, so, you know, good for you. You know, you had a better experience with that show, like you're a little more open-minded than I was, fine. Hello.
Halt! That's privileged information. Now, move along.
And if I don't? Oh wait, this isn't where I have to be anyway. My bad. Go back to what you were doing, my dude. I'm good. So anyway, you know, maybe I wasn't as open-minded as other people could be, but, you know, I gave it my best shot. Like, I tried to watch that show, I tried to get into it, but it just wasn't happening for me. The same thing with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like, that's another show that has somewhat of a cult following. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get why people cream themselves over that show. Like, they think it's like the funniest show ever, and it's just completely fucking, like, it's toilet humor pretty much. Like, I just don't get it. Like, you know, one of my friends is really into that show, and like, I just don't get it. Like, it's juvenile toilet humor, like 90% of the fucking time. Actually, I just thought of I thought of the best way to put it. It's too lowbrow for me. I thought those were bats. Yeah, I learned my lesson.
Hey, so, before we go in there, I wanted to thank you for getting me this far. But after we get in there,
Hey, dude.
I'm going to go my own way for a while.
I wasn't sure if you were going to join me on your own, so I just sent you a link
I know your
anyway.
friends would probably want to kill everything in here. I'm hoping you can show some more control tonight. Once we're inside, just keep quiet for a bit. Let me take the lead.
So I sent the link to my stream out to 2 of my friends. One of them's obviously Karn, because he never misses my streams, except for last night's, you dick. No, I was kidding. I know you were working, so I'll let that go. But anyway, my other friend, he's like a rabid Doctor Who fan, and I'm warning him, like, you don't want to watch the first 5 minutes of my stream, because I do not have flattering opinions about Doctor Who at all.
Wait, Serrano?
And he knows this, like, he knows I don't like that show, and we kind of, like, that doesn't define our friendship. Like, he overlooks that, just like he doesn't have flattering opinions about some of the shit I'm into, but, we're friends. Like, there's nothing to ruin a friendship over.
I guess unexpected.
I can't believe it.
Expected? This chick has been in that friggin' tomb for God knows how long, and you were expecting her this whole time?
My lost daughter returns at last. I trust you have my elder scroll.
After all these years, that's the first thing you ask me? Yes, I have the scroll.
Of course,
She has the
delighted
scroll.
to see you, my daughter.
I'm ready to murk this guy.
Really? Say the words aloud. Ah, if only your traitor mother were here. I would let her watch this reunion before putting her head on a spike.
Yeah, see, I was dating this girl that was really into that show, much like my friend. And we tried watching it together. I went in with an open mind, like it had such a huge cult following. I figured, okay, it can't be that bad, right? I think I watched the first 4 episodes of the first season, and I'm sorry, no, the writing is not creative at all. Like, it really didn't catch my interest. Like, it's basically about, basically to outline what I watched. Like, it's a small town, there's this female protagonist that the story's surrounding, and things just start going wrong, or things are weird or whatever, like mannequins come to life or some shit like that. And then this guy shows up, and he, she's trying to ask him, like, oh, who are you? Oh, what do you know about this? And he's just answering every question with another question, or he's being super fucking vague, like, just for the sake of being all mysterious and, dark and whatever. And he's sticking a sonic screwdriver and everything that somehow saves the fucking day. And, the next, 3 episodes were exactly the same thing. Like, sticks a sonic screwdriver into something, and he saves the day forever. Like, that's pretty much the next 3 episodes. Like, I'm sorry, that just, that's just not that just did not catch my interest at all.
We are among the oldest and most powerful vampires in Skyrim. For centuries we lived here.
I'm telling you, man, after episode 4, I was done. I literally just picked up the controller, or I just pretty much picked up the remote control, just turned it off. I was like, done. It was in color, because I know at one point it was a show in the 50s and it was in black and white or something. But no, it was the most recent season 1. And yes, he was wearing a leather jacket. Now that I remember.
I was about to suggest that very thing.
Do I get a reward? Yeah, I'm cutting through this shit, man. I want some compensation for this shit.
Gift I can give that is equal in value to the Elder Scroll.
If you say you're dick, I'm gonna slap you.
I offer you my blood. Take it.
That's equally weird.
As a lion among sheep. Men will tremble at your approach, and you will never fear death again.
I still fear death.
Yes, I can smell it on you.
The fuck's that
power of my
mean?
blood will purge that filth and to make you whole again. I will banish you from this castle. I will spare your life this once, but after that, you are prey. Perhaps you still need convincing. Behold the power! This is the power that I offer. Now, make your choice.
I want to be a vampire. I love how it just took me no time to accept that gift. I'm like, I want to be a vampire. Yeah, isn't it something like there can only be like 12 iterations or 13 iterations of the Doctor, and they like wrote themselves into a corner or something like that, or something like that. I did a lot of reading
Awake
up
at
on that.
last. Good. The power is
Well, not a
growing
lot of
within
reading.
you.
I mean, I picked up
But
information
now
here
you
and
must
there.
learn to wield it. With my guidance, you will become a deadly instrument, striking terror into the hearts of mortals wherever you tread. Now listen to my words and do as I instruct.
Doesn't the sunlight like
The
burn
true
me?
power of the ancient blood is found in the form of the vampire lord.
Ooh, your eyes are
Assume
glowy.
the mantle of the vampire
Are my eyes
lord,
glowy?
and
A little
we
bit.
will continue.
Like, can I toggle it? Ew.
Use the power of ancient blood to transform into a vampire lord. In this form, you can drain the life from your foes with your right hand. With your left hand, you can wield the power of blood magic to raise the dead. You can also call upon the powers of night to turn into a swarm of bats and reappear some distance away. Should you run out of magicka, you can descend to the ground and fight as the beasts do. Do so now, and we will continue. Good. You are weaker while on the ground because you cannot access the blood magic. However, the night powers are still yours to command, and your presence is still.
Oh, I can still deal some hands.
Power
So that makes me happy.
and you will find new ways to
Oh, Marion, I
use
stopped
your gifts.
watching after the 11th Doctor. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's just like there's a bunch of like stuff that was lost in translation, and what little. Oh wow, look at my health. Look at my magic. Sweet. But anyway, there was a lot of shit that I just picked up. Like everything I like, what little I know about that show, like I just kind of picked up from like articles and shit that I read. Killing a person with a power attack bite restores all your health. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Yeah, vampire was definitely a good choice.
There is much to learn, but if you master the powers of the vampire lord, few enemies will be able to stand against you. There is one last thing you must know. Slaying mortal men.
Yo, can I kill this guy, please?
I keep a stable of thralls in the castle should you need to feed like the baser vampires to stave off the sun. That is all I have to teach you. If you wish to be reminded of these lessons, you need only ask. I have a task that will test your new powers. Good. Go and speak to Garen Morethi.
Murder
Tell him it
mysteries?
is time. He will understand.
Sometimes I gotta be in the mood for him. That's right. You work for me now. I'm gonna suck you. I'm gonna suck you like a bitch. That didn't sound right. Oh, so I can toggle this whenever I want. Oh, this is much better than a werewolf. Hey, dude.
Do you need something? Lord Hearken, remember your place. Now, what is our Lord's wish?
Yeah? Yeah, with me, I'm kind of random. Like, there's some times where a show will completely like capture my interest, and I'll just binge watch the shit out of it. And then there's other times where like it just doesn't really captivate me, and I just kind of like just take it or leave it.
Well, well. He wants the chalice, then. You've heard of the Bloodstone Chalice?
There's actually another British show that I really got into. Shit, I'm trying to remember what it was called, but basically it's this high school kid. I guess his mother is a sex counselor, and I guess this kid has like a really strong aversion to sex, but he kind of makes himself to be like the sex therapist at his high school. And it was a really good show. Like I burned through the entire first season in like one night. Like it was a really good show. And that's not because like you see tits and all the other fun shit. It was a really good show.
It is a rather well-kept secret. The chalice has been in Lord
I think it's
Hearken's
called Sex
possession
Ed.
for quite some time now. It
Actually,
is,
you know what? I got
when
my phone
used
right here. Let me look it up.
properly, able to increase the potency of our powers. He has neglected
Oh, I
using
vaguely
it for
remember.
ages. If he
Okay,
wants
so
it
you've
filled
you've heard
now,
of it too. I
the
think I might have
grander
told you about
things
it at one
will
point.
follow. This is good. Follow me. I'll take you to it.
Yeah, the
Lord
final
Hearken
season
has
of
never cared to
Orange
use
is the
the
New Black, I
chalice,
think, released.
relying on his more than adequate
See, that
powers
shit's a
until
shame.
now.
I really like
This
that
is an
show. Yeah, Sex
intriguing
Education.
change.
So I was close. I said Sex Ed, which is essentially the same thing. It's probably gonna be like the werewolf power, where
We need to fetch the Bloodstone Chalice. The chalice? Why? What are you up to? Go on. Lord Hearken's orders, Orpheus. Our friend here has been ordered to fill the chalice.
it's probably gonna be the same thing as the Dawnbreaker armor, where I can only find like 2 or 3 pieces.
Do you...
Shit. Breaking Bed or Breaking Bad? Because I watched both. Breaking Bad, that show was my jam. I loved that show. There was actually an interview that they did with shit. I can't remember his name, but it was a dude that played as Walter White. There was an interview where he actually hinted at the possibility of Walter White not really being dead. But I think that was just him speculating. I don't think it was so much he was hinting at like a spin-off or something, just with Walter White like starting a new life. I think that was just him, like, I guess, speculating on the script or just spitballing. And best show ever. I completely 110% agree. That was such a good show. As a matter of fact, I was watching another interview where they were, I guess somebody asked either him or one of the writers what the name of the show came from, and I guess it was an expression in like the South that basically means like going down like the wrong path. Like if you stray from like a good path and go down a bad path, that's called Breaking Bad. And I think the show actually takes place in the South too, so I guess it was a little appropriate for the premise of the show. And there was actually an article that I read too. Remember he made a comment in regards to Jesse TV show, whereas you would be in flashbacks and stuff. I don't remember. I probably did, because like I said, like there was like a lot of like, just nonsensical trivia I picked up about that show.
Do you need anything, Theron? What? Can I assist you?
Wow, all that for a black soul gem? I mean, I'll take it, but,
No, I don't need anything right now. Please, stop asking. Yes, of course.
I want to find the rest of this vampire armor, though. Actually, let me take a look at the stats. My Nightingale armor is a little bit better because it's actually enchanted. Oh wow, look, they have like little nails on them too. Very vampire-ish, I like that. I'll find more eventually, I'm sure.
What meeting? Wasn't informed of any such thing. Oh, I see. I just assumed he'd sent for more than us. How awkward for you.
Is it that dog? I like how the dude's not even dead yet.
Now, this chalice needs to be filled directly from the blood spring that is the source of Redwater Den. But that's not enough. Once that's done, the blood of a powerful vampire needs to be added to it. Keep in mind that Redwater Den has fallen into, well, let's just say less reputable members of society now dwell there. It's your choice whether to attempt to deal with them or force your way through. Hurry back. You don't want to keep Lord Harkin waiting.
I'm surprised. I didn't even think
There was actually an article that I read that, the house that Walter White lived in that one scene where he throws the pizza onto the roof? Apparently after the show was said and done. Oh, I can sleep in coffins. That's kind of cool. I like that. But anyway, yeah, so I guess when the show was said and done, I guess people kept returning to that house and just throwing pizzas onto the roof. And the author of the show, or the writer or whatever, author of the show, wow, really? The writer of the show actually had to tell people to stop doing that because it's a real dick move. And like I said, just stupid shit like that just sticks out to me because I think it's it's fantastic. Where's Saran? I want to take her with me.
Premium, please.
Do you? Well met, brother. Do you need something?
Yeah, I want to buy more of that armor. I want to take a look at his stats. I guess it's not going to happen yet. Hey, you know, if I have the vampire power activated, I wonder if I could like fall great distances without dying. But yeah, that was an actual official statement from the writer of the show, was to stop throwing pizzas on these poor people's roofs. On these poor people's roof. And another article that I read was that that was done in one take. Like he just winged it and just managed to get the pizza up there on the first shot. That dude is a really good actor. I really wish I could remember what his fucking name is. I think it's like Brian something. Kind of feel bad I don't. I'm not really good with names, so that might be why. Alright, it's over here. God damn it, Shadowmere, get out of the fucking way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like the vampire powers. Yeah, I think I'm really gonna like these powers. Bryan Cranston, that's it. Hey, you gotta give me that much. I got his first name right. Look here, look, listen. Where the hell is Shadowmere? Don't tell me she fucking died. Oh no, there she is. Alright. Well, when he's given to you, it's technically a him, but then somebody else sees him, he's like, oh, you know, she looks as fit as ever. So it's not really established as to whether or not she's a he or a she. But I always refer to it as a she, so I'm just going to go with it. Bryan Cranston, that's it. I feel bad because he's an incredible actor. I loved him in Malcolm in the Middle, and just to see him go from that to Breaking Bad was just like, holy shit. It was an experience, I'll say that much. It was definitely an experience. Let me try reloading. Because I want to see what happens when I don't murk that dude at the door.
Hold it. If you're going downstairs, you keep your weapons to yourself, or we'll be getting better acquainted. Head on in, and behave yourself.
Okay, cool. Thank you, sir.
Wow, welcome, welcome. I don't believe we've seen you here before, have we? Don't like those eyes you got. There's a bad hunger to them. Take a look.
Yeah, I think skooma is actually a drug. I don't know how I lose those.
Since it's your first time, sure. Find a booth and enjoy.
I think some of these people are actively dying. I'm not a doctor or anything, but I'm pretty sure. Shit. There we go. Doesn't look like there's anything in there anyway. So how the fuck do I get up there then? Guess I'll have to try getting in through this door then. See if there's anything back here. There we go. Nope. Well, I didn't waste a lot of picks, so I guess it wasn't that big of a deal. That didn't work. I can't even fly. Because it looks like that's the only way I'm going to get up there is if I fly. And I can't fly.
Something out there.
Oh, there's a whole nother area right over here.
There you are.
There was a whole nother area over here I completely did not see. That's something.
Is someone there?
I like the way that helmet looks. I say it every time I see one of those. Alright. Yeah, I don't know if it was always the case, but apparently you can enchant crossbows now. Or if it's always been the case, I don't know. It's probably because every time I play through this game, like I never dabble in like enchanting or blacksmithy or anything. I don't know.
What was that?
And of course there has to be a friggin' dart trap somewhere.
This is my hunting ground.
Why the hell did I loot that? Have that back. Oh wait, I need those.